Vladimir Putin called the collapse of the Soviet Union the greatest geopolitical catastrophe of the 20th century. He's right. There are few times in world history when a great power has been humbled so quickly. He witnessed the fall of the Soviet Empire firsthand. Stationed in East Germany as a KGB agent, he was quickly trying to destroy documents before they fell in the hands of angry protesters outside the building. When he asked for instructions from Moscow, there was silence. Historically, this deafening silence often inspires people to undertake whatever is needed to correct it, motivated out of personal ambition or patriotism, or a sheer desire for order and stability in a world. This silence begs to be filled. In the course of the next 20 years, Putin marched through the domestic institutions of the Russian Federation, the successor state to the Soviet Union, consolidating the state and removing all political opposition. The pillars of Putin's foreign policy are as follows. The Russian Federation, unlike the Soviet Union, has no hope of eventually economically outgrowing the United States. Fortunately for them, the United States is not growing either. The main factor is a growing Chinese economy. Because of this, the main bet is on multipolarity. A world with a strong China, a stable but declining United States, and a weak Russia is a world Russia can much more easily navigate than one that is completely dominated by the United States or completely dominated by China. Number 3, the key remaining advantage of the Soviet Union that was passed on to the Russian Federation is its nuclear arsenal. Whatever you do, you have to be able to afford upgrades to the nuclear arsenal to maintain this ultimate guarantee of sovereignty. The research for better anti-ballistic weapons is difficult and expensive. The research into non-ballistic nuclear weapons, such as rockets that fly on unpredictable trajectories or maybe drone submarines, is cheaper but still costly. Anti-air defenses are also one of the key investments you must make to neutralize America's advantage of air supremacy. A strategy of denial where the US expends $10 or $100 or $1,000 for every dollar you spend is an appropriate strategy to play against an economically more powerful opponent. This strategy was successfully carried out with Ukraine. Ukraine, a former Russian client state, changed its government, with Western backing, towards one that wanted to join the EU and eventually NATO. The annexation of Crimea restores the strategic balance in Russia's favor, and the breakaway republics in the east of Ukraine prevent the country ever from fully developing or joining the European Union. Russia ultimately also won the proxy war in Syria, best illustrated by the 2016 concert in Palmyra, the ancient city whose ruins were damaged but not destroyed by ISIS. That Mariinsky Orchestra would play there after a short speech by Vladimir Putin was a demonstration to the world of who had won. Further, Syria has petitioned to join the Eurasian Economic Union, which is for now mostly a collection of pro-Russian states such as Kazakhstan and Belarus, representing an alternative to a Western-led trading and economic order, be it the EU or proposals such as the Trans-Pacific Partnership. The big question for Putin, however, is can these interventions in the Middle East maintain high oil prices that can then fund and support the continued research of advanced nuclear weaponry and delivery systems? If not, the nuclear deterrent fails. Secondly, are we headed for a multipolar world rather than a China-dominated world? Third, does Putin have a succession plan? Without a succession plan, all of Russia's seeming gains will prove insubstantial, and the state will again return into a disorganized state where it cannot carry out coherent foreign policy. My name is Samo Burja. I'm the founder of Bismarck Analysis. Thank you for watching this video, and please subscribe.